everybody. Welcome to another episode of I've Got Questions. I'm your host, Katie, and of course, as always, I am super excited you've decided to join me on this journey of curiosity, answering questions, asking more questions of those answers, just diving into life. And today, again, I am, as always, super excited that you're here with me. Thank you for joining me. I want to talk about something today that has allowed me to continue on this journey, and that is consistency. And for me, I want to start again by saying how happy I am that you guys have consistently listened to this podcast. I like that you guys have consistently liked, subscribed, and shared this podcast. So let's talk about it. My question today is, why am I consistent? Or why am I not consistent? Have a think about it. Have a think about it, because we're gonna dive into it today. And again, very happy to share my views on this. But keep in mind, these are my views, my professional, non-professional, unsolicited advice that you did not ask me for, but I'm going to share anyway. Why? Because I like consistency. See what I did there? Yeah, consistency. So let's talk about consistency. And what does it really mean? Is it just, about showing up every day? Is it just doing the same thing over and over again? In a nutshell, yes. That is consistency. And in a previous episode, I talked about being driven and being motivated, and what's the difference between both of them. But inserted in there, in the middle of both of those, is consistency, because that really is the transformer from motivation to driven. Consistency, doing the same thing over and over, making little tweaks here and there, but pretty much sticking to the foundation and just doing the same thing over and over again. And that really creates a routine. Now I'm going to share my top 4, things to do as we go through and to allow you to stay consistent. But I wanted to share, just how important it is in our daily lives. We go through work, relationships, all of these things, and the one thing that has kept us going is consistency. We may not even realize that we're doing it. I wake up every day. I make my bed. No matter what. Every morning before I leave the house, I make the bed. And on the weekends when I'm up, I would like to make the bed, but my husband is still in it, and sometimes I'd like to make it, just spread the sheet over it. Because, he thinks the weekend is for sleeping in. And I'm not knocking him, I need to help God turn the lights on in the morning. I don't know why me and the bed seem to not have a good sleeping relationship. Maybe I should get a sleep number bed. I've always wanted one of those fancy beds that go up and down and all around, and maybe have the massage into it. Yeah, I could work with that. I could get me one of those. And back to the point. So when I get up every morning and I do this small task, it almost starts my day off on the right note, because I feel accomplished. I've already done something, that one thing. And I think that is what is important when it comes to consistency, is doing that one thing that keeps you going every single time. It doesn't have to be big, and that's the thing. Everybody thinks, oh my gosh, I have to do this grandiose thing. I have to be over the top. I have to... No. Tiny things. Like making the bed. Preferably if your partner is not in it. Yes, honey, you need to get out of the bed and help me turn on the lights. Or not. Saturdays for sleeping. But by doing this, I do feel some sense of accomplishment, as I said, getting up and creating these tiny habits. And over a period of time, I don't remember where I read it, but it was noted that the brain takes 21 days to adjust. So if you keep doing something steadily for 21 days, you will realize not only have you created consistency, your brain is recording this consistency, and as such, it becomes a part of you. So getting up and not making the bed almost feels like I'm going to have an allergic reaction. Why? Because my brain is like, hey, you're forgetting something. Why didn't you make the bed? Why didn't you make the bed? Why didn't you? So it becomes a part of you. Now, I'm going to try to take that same approach with working out, because I haven't. I have woken out of my bed, made the bed, and then laid back down because I was just like, I don't want to. Yeah. But that's another subject for another day. We're not going to talk about my weight or any of that. You don't get to talk about that. Okay? Good. Glad we cleared that up. So, again, when you look at why we remain consistent, it's because we need those things to help our brains process what we're dealing with and help us to go through the days that are difficult or the days that are awesome. Either way, they're helping us to build on who we are. And for me, just again waking up and making that bed makes me feel so accomplished. It's the same for somebody who's woken up and they go to the gym and they're just, they feel so good now. They can take on the world, cure world, cancer or anything that they can think of. Is the world is the oyster. They're ready to go. So I would say, if nothing else, it really makes me feel like I'm getting somewhere. And again, I promised I would share it with you guys, my 4 tips for getting this consistency thing in place. And of course, the first one is starting small. You don't need this big, grandiose, oh my God. Whew. No, just start with tiny habits. And yes, there's a book called Tiny Habits. I don't remember by who, but look it up. You'll like it. It'll help you to work these things into place. Create a routine is the second one. I wake up every morning, first order of business, make the bed. Then pretend to work out mentally. Then have my coffee, meditate, get myself ready for work. See, got myself a little routine going on there. So see that. Track your progress. Have a little calendar that I used to record every day that I made the bed. Put an X next to this day. Something about seeing that in real time makes you feel so good. So good. Just seeing it right then and there, going, yes, it is happening. But importantly, be flexible. Life is constantly changing. Things are constantly happening. So be flexible. If today you couldn't do it for genuine reasons, not because you're lazy, make a note. But the very next day, get back on that consistency train. Keep going at it. Keep building that routine. Keep building on those tiny habits. Because trust me when I tell you, they're going to be game changers for you. Okay? Game changers. I've seen my life shift from just being consistent. The way things work out, the brain is programmed and trained and ready to go. Ready to go at any given second. So let's get on the consistency train. And of course, I like to keep it short and sweet as part of my consistency. So I want to say, before I wrap up today's episode, I encourage you to look at your own life. Where in there can you insert tiny habits and start to create some consistency? Create a routine, if it helps. Not a routine, a schedule. But yes, a schedule helps you create a routine. You see, my point is, we're going to remain consistent this year. That is the story. So, as I wrap this up, I want you guys to remain consistent with me. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. Share this episode if you think it will help somebody else. I'm always open to hearing your comments. You can get me at I Got Questions with the K-KT.com. Wait, I Got Questions kt@yahoo.com. Yes, I forgot my own email address, but that is not the point. Stay with me here, people. Consistency. K. Yes, I'm remembering my email address. Just messing with you. See, consistency. You guys know I'm forgetful. Let's just move on. But anyways, I want to thank you again for joining me on this journey. It is such an amazing place to be able to share with you guys my thoughts, my views, all of those things, and hear your feedback as well. I like the consistency. I like that we're creating a little bond here, you and me. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I like it. I like it a lot. So, again, if you found this episode to be of any value, share with me, comment, tweet, text, messenger, pigeon. I got questions kt@yahoo.com. Send me an email. Let me know how you are staying consistent. What tricks and trades can you share with me to help me on this journey, to help me stay consistent? I want to hear from you. And until next time, as always, stay curious. Consistently curious. Bye.